Guards, get down now!
Subtle.
Hello there, and welcome into another lackluster and exciting episode of 16 Cuz. I need to get this shit out the way. We are going back to talking about the human achievement of the Artemis 2 mission to go bust a U-turn at the moon and shit. Because we have our lovely undesirables that are, well, the links they have gone through just deny reality. It's like, have your suspicions as much as you want to about thinking NASA's a psyop and all this crap. Never been space. The fuck ever. And complain about every little thing that they can to try to prove that it's all fake by just creating your own reality and ignoring, to say it was all the launch itself was fucking CGI manipulated and shit. Tell that to the people that were standing there watching it live. Tell that to them. I'm sure they'd have a word or two to say about it. The people that recorded it on their cell phones and then posted it to the internet. Were they also manipulating it CGI-ly? I mean, come the fuck on, man. Give it a rest. What's the purpose? What's the purpose? They are trying to keep the narrative in the head. They keep it. First off, who is this they? We're probably gonna hear this. I forget these videos that I got, but you're gonna hear they a lot. So let me figure out which video we want to start with. What a couple of these goddamn things. I'm trying to stick this primarily with the Artemis mission. We'll start with Simon Dan. We'll start with him. One of my favorite flat earthers, space denier extraordinaire, CC from West Chestertonville in New York. Where the fuck he's from? He says it in every one of his videos, but let me grab Simon's link right quick. Toss this in there. I guess I need to set up bookmarks. Is that how that works? I don't fucking know. But boom. All right, this is Simon Dan's link, and the guy we're about to look at. This is like the nuttiest of nuts that I have experienced. It's like this guy is just not like. He will tell you space is fake, Earth is flat, but he's like the one guy that does nothing to prove it or try to prove it and brings no evidence, anything to the table. He just repeats the same thing in every video. This guy's probably got like 1,000 videos on his channel, and every one of them are the same fucking thing. Not this guy. This is Simon Dan. Dan actually knows what the fuck he's talking about. Good guy.
This is it, everyone. Regular viewers of this channel have been looking forward to this since the launch of Artemis 2 last week. The reaction from flat earther CC Chris from New York, Westchester County.
That Westchester County. Yeah, we were a lot of us in this community were waiting on this video for CC to finally make his response. CC thinks that the rockets and space shuttles, he thinks they're balloons that are filled with helium, solely based because NASA is the largest consumer of helium. So therefore, it must be a balloon, being propelled upward by rockets, spitting out all that, fire and shit. They're balloons. So, well, I'll let CC speak for himself.
And it is a thing of beauty. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thanks very much for joining me. So last week, Artemis 2 launched 4 astronauts to the moon, and we have covered an array of reactions already from the Flat Earth community. But the one I am sure you are all desperate to see is that from CC, the Flat Earther from Westchester County. We join him as ever in his work van as he begins to discuss the historic launch.
So we've talked about CC before. CC is pretty much forbidden from making videos at his home. His wife won't let him because she's sick of his shit. So this fucker is always in a vehicle doing this shit. This is allegedly his work van. He's some kind of transportation guy for people, I guess the elderly and handicapped. And I could only imagine this fucker is driving these people around crying about NASA and the shape of the earth while he's driving these people around. And I'd love to see their reactions. He's never filmed them. He somewhat knows better not to film them and to make a video while they're in the van. But he's got time to fucking pull off and sit and make this nonsense, make the same video for the 800th time. But here we go. His thoughts on Artemis 2.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris from New York, Westchester County. It's
he starts every video like this for some fucking reason.
4226.
Also, this guy might be on a spectrum.
It's funny. I was watching. Well, I didn't watch it in real time because I was still working. But
to be fair, I do love his hair. That rhymed.
I was just getting the highlights on the fake launch, if you believe that.
So you didn't even watch it. You didn't even watch it. He caught tidbits from other people. So anything you got to say right now, don't give a shit. But he's gonna tell you about how they did it.
There's an interesting thing that Hollywood likes to use quite a bit, and I think we counted, I don't know, maybe during the launch.
Oh, this. Y'all are gonna love this. If you know anything about editing, making videos and shit, or just anything about cinema and how they do shit, how movies are produced and made and da-da-da, you're gonna love this dumb shit that he gets hilariously wrong.
While it was taking off, 12 edits, maybe 15 edits.
Now, he sees cuts and immediately thinks Hollywood. But that is just what happens during a live broadcast. Different cameras have different jobs. Pad cams, tracking cams, onboard cams, and then you've got your long-range lenses too. You're seeing multiple perspectives because they want to show you as much as they can. One camera alone cannot follow a rocket. It goes from still to supersonic, then it's gone. Switching cameras is so important to make sure you see all that you want to see.
Oh, you don't know what an edit is? Oh.
You don't know what an edit is. Watch this.
Oh, let me give you an example of what an edit is. Can I? May I? Here, look. Edit. Edit.
I hope you're all sitting down. First off, these aren't edits. They're cuts.
Edit. Edit.
Okay, we get the picture, CC. We know what an edit is.
Edit.
He's a beautiful, bumbling bastard.
Edit. You see, during that editing process,
Those are cuts.
So many things could happen. So much time could pass, and you don't know how much time exactly has passed.
There's a live mission clock, though. The time since...
Yes. Oh, you don't know. They call me the angry black guy. So, yeah. Thanks for noticing.
Always visible. If time jumped, then the clock would jump, but it doesn't, Chris.
However, in this case, it was a launch, right? Let's get into detail exactly what nonsense. First off, this launched off exactly.
Let's get into detail about the launch that you did not watch. Let me tell you about what happened that I didn't even watch. Please, Chris, indulge us.
It's a balloon. First off, you can. I mean, there was a shot of one of the astronaut. Well, whatever that. He's not an astronaut, but one of the military guys took a picture about an hour or two, maybe 3.
Who the fuck he's talking about? I have no idea who he's talking about.
3 hours before Artemis with his cell phone, and it was on the ground, and it pointed up to the rocket to show the size of the rocket or whatever. I'm not saying it's not big; it's huge. You know, I mean, really, it's a freaking helium balloon, basically. But you can see how fake it looked. I mean, this is.
Could you show us what you're talking about, Chris? No? Oh.
Not a steel. This is not metal. It's nothing. It's nothing but a helium balloon.
Sorry, CC. Are you seriously looking at a photo of the space launch system and then claiming it's a helium balloon based off that photo? You do know there were people filming the launch, right? If it really was just a helium balloon, why was it producing 8.8 million pounds of thrust that everyone was witnessing, as well as feeling the shock waves and the sound that you could feel in your chest from a balloon?
That never happened, Dan. What are you talking about? The scientist CC is fucking explaining all this to us, you know, through the power of editing. Is that Whitney Houston? The fuck? No, I don't care about you either. Do. And skip.
Come on, CC.
They're not in that thing right now. They're not even in space yet right now. This is the afternoon. Tonight, after they investigate, you see, they're in low orbit. So everybody's celebrating. I'm like, what are you celebrating? Did you celebrate the ISS? I don't think you did you? Because they're not any higher.
They did. The ISS was largely celebrated when it became operational, because it was a fucking engineering feat. A tremendous achievement in human history of engineering. Yeah, it was celebrated, Chris. But he thinks space is fake. But he'll tell you about space. How can you think space is fake, claim space is fake, when you seem to know everything about space? How do you know so much about something that you don't believe exists?
Than that, right now they're in low Earth orbit. Okay, that's where they are right now.
How are they there if you don't believe in space? There is no low Earth orbit if you don't believe in space. So the nerve of you to say something like this.
You're basically saying it doesn't count because they're not far enough here. This was just step 1 of the mission, and look what's happened since. Burn to the moon, lunar flyby, and they're almost home. It seems space only counts when it's far enough to make him feel uncomfortable. Anything closer gets downgraded by CC to just high up.
And I find it really amazing that people believe this nonsense, because let's take a look at the capsule that they're in. Now, this is, how many people? I think there's like four military guys.
Wrong. I think only 2 of them were military, if I remember correctly. Only 2 of them. Yeah, this idiot thinks that every astronaut is military. They're not.
That are going to, and one woman. That's right. I forgot about that. There is a lady on board.
Misogyny.
Oh man, that should be great. They're going to be cooped up in this little capsule that's about the size of a minivan. Okay?
It was bigger than a minivan, but okay.
Maybe add a couple of more feet to it, but it's basically like a big box van. Okay? And that's
Those are two different things. But
what they're in.
Yes, it's small, but that's not a flaw, it's the design. Every kilogram matters on these missions. More space means more mass and therefore more fuel required. So obviously you keep things tight. I've seen the videos from the cabin and it's not that bad. Definitely room to move around and do your own thing. It's certainly not an argument to believe that it's fake.
So they're going to be 10 days like this, okay? One woman and one female.
you keep bringing that up, Chris.
And I think 4 guys, okay? Something like that.
There's only 4 people in there, right?
10 days. So if you believe this, if you believe that they're in this capsule right now, if you believe they are going to be launched out into space and they're going to spend 10 days out there in this little minivan with a shoebox for a toilet, no shower or anything, you know, a couple of...
Where are you getting this information from? Where are you getting this from, Chris? Please. This is the problem with you making bold claims. You kind of need to back it up with evidence. He doesn't do this. Chris doesn't do this.
6 maybe.
Here we are again at a very common crossroads for CC, his personal incredulity. CC cannot believe this is something he could do or at all possible. So in his mind, it's not possible. Space travel isn't fake because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because it's space travel. Simple as that, really.
They're just going to run with it, and it's going to be so bad. So let's see. We are not obviously going to get what we want. There's no camera.
There it is. What we want. And what he means by what we want is the flat earthers. They demand so fucking much. Here are some examples.
The capsule to show us going into space.
Oh, look, there's what you wanted.
I believe they do have mirrors, though. I think the AI thing that I have said there's 6, not mirrors, windows, said that there's 6 windows in there, which I guess would be about the size of maybe something like this, you know, about that round or something like that, you know. That was...
Thanks for showing me your disgusting fucking looking lunch. Good God. Aren't you in New York? New York is supposed to have great food up there. I've been in New York several times. There's some great places to eat. This nigga's eating boo-boo garbage. Fuck was that, CC?
Those are fried onions, by the way. I just had a little lunch. So there's really no way of getting a good picture on it. And where is this thing going to be pointed? It should be pointed at the moon the entire time.
Why? Why?
So you can't get any rear shots. But they say there are HD cameras all over the capsules. Well, we're not going to see dick. Nothing. We're going to see the...
I'll refer you back to the video that Dan just played. You know, this.
Going into space.
Refer you back to that, CC. There. This is what you want. But you're not going to bother to fucking... You're not going to bother to look it up. Oh, wait. Right here. Here.
All over the capsules. Well, we're not going to see dick. Nothing. We're going to see the worst photographic imaging that they could possibly imagine.
What was it again, CC? And of course, he'll just say, CC just says that, you know, this is CGI, it's fake. It's not real. There's no pleasing these fucking people. There just isn't.
So when they go around the moon, okay, are they going to get Earth right there? I don't know. That's going to be the iPhone shot, I think, right there. Huh? No, it's not. It's going to be the most unrecognizable picture you'll ever see. And that...
Two flat earthers, because as y'all always do. Hey, you know what we don't have? Any aerial photos of a flat earth from the top of their precious little firmament. That shit. Go to the top of the dome and take a picture. No one's done that. They just make excuses as to why that picture doesn't exist.
I can guarantee you, okay?
I mean, we've already shown how this take from CC has not aged well. But let's just bring it home, shall we? Because this looks pretty recognizable to me, CC. Now, at this point, CC starts going off on one of his tangents about the price of fuel and McDonald's. And we don't want to hear about all that, do we? So there we go. Basically, CC thinks the rocket was a balloon and everything after that was fake. Could have predicted that sort of response, hey? So let's wrap up another video for today, shall we? Please do let me know in the comments below what you thought of CC's reaction of the Artemis launch here. As I say, we're all done and dusted for another one. Hopefully we get another video from CC where he reacts to the Earth set photos and the lunar flyby and all of that too. Thanks so much as ever for watching.
I think he did. I don't remember. But if he did, it was just the same video you just watched. You can watch one of his videos and you've seen all of CC's videos. Just for fucking saying it's silly. Ooh, let's go with a... Well, wait, is that the one? Yes, we're gonna go with this one. Lovely gent that I am currently building a YouTube friendship with. Oh wait, where am I putting this? Oh yeah, there we go. And there. Now he's covering a video. This is from dear friend. Grab his link right quick. This video, he is covering the response to the Prince. Wait, is he Prince or Queen? I think he's a queen. No, he's a queen. The Queen of Flat Earth, Mr. Eric Dubé. The thing about this guy is you can watch other flat earthers, listen to the shit they say, and you can tell who they follow the most. And this guy, all his fucking same old tired talking points are very recognizable when you hear it from these other idiots. Because they'll say the exact same shit he says because he repeats it all the fucking time. Why isn't this posting? There it is. So this is Eric Dubé and his crash out on Artemis 2.
Now, there's no doubt that flat earthers around the globe are in a full-blown panic over the Artemis 2 mission, and it's a sight to behold.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
But before we allow Mr. Douchebay to humiliate himself once again for our amusement, I ask you all to remember this. Since light travels faster than sound, some people may appear bright until you hear them speak.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald f***.
Please subscribe.
Here we go again.
On April Fool's Day, NASA officially launched their Artemis 2 rocket, claiming to take humans back to the moon in 2026.
So, that's where we're going to start with that. He made an unnecessary point to say, on April Fool's Day. Yeah, that just happened to be the day it happened. But he says it was such... A lot of these idiots try to use that day as a reason as to why NASA's faking all this shit. They did on April Fool's Day. What about all the other launches that have been done that weren't on April Fool's Day? They hang on to that. And it only happened on April 1st because the fucking mission was delayed a couple times due to weather. And they had a window on April 1st, and it was like, let's do it. And they did it. That's it.
Yes, it was April Fool's Day, but most grown-ups just consider it to be April the 1st.
Going back to the moon, however, would require us having actually gone there before, which myself and many other researchers have debunked.
Many other researchers have. Hold on. Let me make sure you hear what he just said again.
Actually gone there before, which myself and many other researchers have debunked beyond any shadow of a doubt.
No, you have not. You haven't at all. What he calls, well, first off, he called himself a researcher. This guy hasn't researched a goddamn thing. Debunked thoroughly without a shadow of a doubt. No, you haven't, actually. You just say shit with no evidence to support it. That's not debunking. You have to actually prove something is false with concrete evidence. None of them have done this. They just say it's just trust me, bro, science.
In several previous videos.
Eric, I doubt you and your colleagues can even spell debunk. What are you on about?
Showing that the original NASA moon landings were faked in a studio on Earth. So now, over 50 years later, with half a century of technological developments, Artemis 2 isn't even claiming to land on the moon like Apollo, but merely flying by.
They never said Artemis 2 was going to land on the moon. So that right there is Eric DeBay's fucking deception and fucking bullshit lies. They never said they were going to land on the moon. The purpose of the mission was always just to see if they could get up there and go around it, test, and come the fuck back. That was always announced, but these goddamn flat earthers, they gotta lie to their fucking audience. And of course, they hang on to every fucking word. Ooh, that's right. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And on the moon is a lot more difficult and a lot more sort of reliant on technology and other people's skills than just doing a quick lap around it. It's all part of the process, and we are gonna put man back on the moon in just a few short years.
So what proof are we being given that NASA is really sending people in orbit around the moon?
Okay.
You keep showing this shot. You keep showing this shot. Tell me where the CGI trickery
Proof are we
is.
being given that
Where's the deception? This is somebody on the beach with their phone filming it. So why do you keep showing this? You're debunking yourself, Eric. You're showing proof that the launch happened.
NASA is really sending people in orbit around the moon.
Okay, before we hear from Mr. Douche Nozzle, let me say this. The proof is, we watched it happen. There were people actually there looking straight at it. Is there some sort of editing technique that can be used on human beings to fool them into thinking they've seen something that they actually haven't?
As usual, we are shown a rocket launch from Kennedy Space Center in Florida, which performs the same parabolic arc that every rocket, missile, and other projectile shot into the sky does.
Yeah. Because they're matching the fucking shape of the planet to start its orbit. Missiles, not quite so much. Space shuttles? Yeah. They're starting their trajectory orbit. So they can use Earth's gravity to go around it and stop burning fuel, you fucking idiot. But, this is another guy who's space is fake. So.
I wonder why that could be. Is it maybe, and I'm just thinking out loud here, flat earthers, because those things, rockets, missiles, follow the curvature of the Earth. And that parabolic arc, well, it isn't a sign that the rocket's falling back to Earth. It's actually a very calculated maneuver called a gravity turn. If a rocket went straight up forever, it would eventually run out of gas and fall straight back down like a sad, expensive lawn dart. To stay in space, you don't just need to be high up, you need to be going sideways incredibly fast.
Rather than shooting straight upwards towards the moon, which would be far more logical and look much more convincing.
No,
Logical? Be much more logical. I'm sorry, Eric. Where did you get your rocket science degree? Oh, you don't have one? Oh. How many rockets have you launched? Of this magnitude? Oh, none?
No, it wouldn't. And the fact that you even said that shows us that you haven't got a clue what you're talking about. If they had just shot straight up, then they would have missed. We missed!
Every rocket launch arcs from vertical to horizontal, and most you can even see beginning to arc back down to Earth before leaving view.
No.
I've never seen this. You don't have any, Eric, you don't have any video evidence to show this. You have none.
No, back around Earth, not back down to Earth.
NASA's excuse for this is that they are purposely doing this parabolic arc with all their rockets because of a super high-tech gamer gravity hack where the rockets are being caught in a gravity well that works like a slingshot to help propel them better to the moon.
See, and that's what makes flat earthers so annoying, and specifically Eric. He obviously knows the reason for the arc we see when a rocket takes off. He's just choosing to lie about it because he's an idiot flat earther. And believe it or not, this guy makes money by saying the earth is flat. He's even written children's books. Yeah.
That's terrifying. That's fucking terrifying.
Books for kids about the flat earth.
You heard right. The reason all these
Yeah, I heard right. I heard you not knowing what the fuck you're talking about.
NASA rockets form a parabolic arc and
Is because the earth is a globe.
look like they're about to drop into the ocean a few miles away.
Yeah, cute that you said that they look like they're about to drop it. Okay, so it looks that way to you. Guess what, Eric? That's not what's happening. Now, if they did drop back into the ocean, guess what? There might be some footage of this to prove what you're talking about. Oh, that doesn't exist. Interesting. I wonder why.
It's because going down is the best way to go up. So all the NASA nerds will look down their bifocals at you, smugly explaining what
Hang on a second, and I know it's rude to interrupt. I do not wear bifocals. I am not a 90-year-old man. They're varifocals.
their overlords told them about gravity and slingshots.
Their overlords told them. Okay.
While they watch rocket after rocket launched eastwards from Fort Lauderdale.
Let me guess. And plop down into the Bermuda Triangle.
Making parabolic arcs directly towards the Bermuda Triangle.
Where's footage of this, Eric? Where's any shred of evidence to prove what you're saying right now?
Watch closely as the rocket goes from vertical to horizontal and out over the ocean away from.
Well, it's still going up. Just because it looks that way to you does not mean that's what it's doing. It's matching the curve of the Earth. It is still climbing.
From all observers' views.
I know, it's bizarre. It's almost as if they're following the shape of the planet they've just taken off from.
In one instant, it just disappears from view completely. Where has it gone?
Yeah. Higher into the atmosphere. Into a little place called space.
It goes from being clearly visible to there just being nothing discernible whatsoever.
When a rocket
Because it's broken the stratosphere.
It's just from sight. It isn't disappearing through a portal or hitting the dome. It's just succumbing to the laws of perspective and atmospheric physics. Now, as the rocket performs its gravity turn to gain horizontal speed, it's moving away from you at thousands of miles per hour, eventually becoming so small that it occupies less than a single pixel of your vision. And it's worsened by the fact that the bright engine flame eventually cuts out, leaving a relatively small object to be viewed through miles of hazy, light-scattering atmosphere.
Strangely enough, that's the second time a flying object just vanished into thin air that day. Watch this footage from just before.
What? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I guess he's going to tell us.
Before the Artemis II was
Are NASA still using is NASA? NASA is an organization. Spelt it wrong, but it should all be capitalized. It's an acronym. Still using, but you capitalized green screen all the way through. That's weird. Still using green screen. That must be a very, 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 very large green screen. Because there are people standing out here watching this. It's a hell of a green screen, Eric.
preparing to launch, and pay close attention to the airplane that flies into view from the right-hand side of the screen.
Okay, I will.
Where? Where? I don't see no goddamn.
Well, obviously. I'm not really sure why he wants to show us this. I'm just going to shut up and watch.
Where did it go? The plane just completely vanishes from view, as if it disappeared behind a giant green screen.
Yeah, a giant green screen. Silly me, why didn't I think of that? But it does beat being told by multiple flat earthers that it was all AI generated. I mean, it was obvious they were going to go down that path, wasn't it?
Another oddity is the following footage showing these
Russian Vids talked about this in his very detailed analysis of the Artemis launch. Yeah, I've seen Men in Black 2 as well. All that is a cable car that they use if there's an emergency on the launch platform to evacuate the astronauts. Flipping heck. I should be so lucky.
No, we've talked about that already. It's an escape basket that every shuttle launch has had these. This is simply the one for that. But these idiots want to claim that, oh, the astronauts were in there when it was launching and escaping. Who in their right mind would have people in this basket when all this fire, flame, smoke, exhaust is fucking spewing right at them? How does that logically make any goddamn sense? The damn thing was done as a test to make sure the system worked. Upon launch, that's all it fucking was. Dear God.
It's a rubber ducky.
lowering from the rockets during launch.
Sure.
These are known as the emergency escape cable cars,
yes.
allegedly used to get the astronauts out in the case of an emergency.
Well, it's not allegedly, is it? They're called emergency evacuation cable cars because they're used to evacuate the astronauts in an emergency. And there wasn't one during the Artemis launch, so they didn't evacuate the astronauts. I don't know why the cable car was moving, but I'm going to find out because I'm pretty sure.
To get out of the blast radius. That's it. To get it the fuck out of there. They didn't do it early. They just waited till launch. Fucking, it's basically a test. Make sure the damn thing works. Da da da. And actually release upon launch. It's like an automatic system. It worked. They tested.
Sure that you think the same as Russian vids, and you think that the astronauts were hiding in there, ducking down behind the side so nobody could see them escape.
They sure look like they're being used here at this last moment. How do we know that they're empty?
How do you know they're full? Oh, you don't have any evidence that anybody's in there. Oh, okay. But you're sure gonna fucking use that as your evidence Thought it was all fake. Okay.
Astronauts could easily have just hopped into those cable cars.
Because
While fire is mere fucking feet next to them. Yeah, that would be smart. Because, you know, this thing couldn't at all fail at its job, and we'd have an astronaut barbecue, you know, because that would make sense. That would make sense. It also makes sense to film the damn thing going down its cable, you know. We're faking all this. It makes sense to show you how they're faking it live and with people there in person. That makes sense, Eric. You know, you might be onto something, Eric. You fucking idiot.
They take
yes.
into the next studio,
Yeah.
where they sit in harnesses pretending to be in outer space.
Okay, but if we look at this, if there were human beings in that cable car, they would all be very crispy because the rocket is taking off. My best.
Yeah, anybody in that basket is dead. Just a sheer heat alone. It did. That makes sense, Eric. You know, you might be onto something, Eric.
Guess, and I won't leave a guess in the video, I will actually check, is that the cable car releases during the launch so that it gets away from the heat and everything else that's going on during a rocket. Do you know, it seems so pointless to explain this stuff to flat earthers because they won't believe anything I say anyway.
True. They're released at launch because they need to stay there until the very last minute, just in case something fucking happens. And fucking once countdown commences, engines on, and the rockets start their lift, and it's like, okay, that's point of no return. So send the baskets down, get them out of the way so they're not barbecued, and we can use them again. But you know, flat earthers.
Moments later.
Well, I don't want to brag or anything, but I was right. The deployment of the emergency cable car, or as it's known in the trade, the emergency egress system, or EES, during the Artemis 2 launch was intentional, and it was an automatic procedure designed to protect the equipment, like I said. But of course, that's what they want us to think, isn't it, flat earthers?
Did you know that NASA is the world's largest purchaser of helium?
I did, yes. NASA do buy and use an awful lot of helium.
But what about
Yeah, because they use it. They use a shit ton of it. What's your point, Eric? Oh, your point could have anything to do with all these pictures of balloons you just... This is just fucking... Hey, Eric, you know what else can be used to float balloons? Maybe something like a blimp, like a zeppelin. Hydrogen.
these rockets? Look at this image of the Artemis 2 live on Fox News.
So are we saying now that I think they're gators that protect the mechanics of the directional thrusters?
That's exactly what they are. They're just booties. They're covers. That's it.
And
they're not airtight.
are we now saying that that's evidence that the whole thing is actually just a giant helium balloon?
The only part of the shuttle that has flexible material like that. That's it.
It looks like
Eric,
a protective
won't talk about
gator to stop the mechanical components of the engine from being damaged during launch or during flight or in space. But anywhere, really.
Honestly looking, without bias, doesn't
Without
bias? What? Eric DeBay does not know what bias means.
bias?
Are you taking the piss?
You have got to be joking. You're a flat earther. Bias is the only thing you have.
that look like a giant inflatable blow-up toy?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like that at all to me.
Look at the seams and creases.
Oh, look at it.
It doesn't really look much like a giant inflatable blow-up toy to me at all. Toy? What's a toy? No, it doesn't look like a giant inflatable blow-up toy.
Once the rocket is out of the public's view, after a couple minutes of genuine launch footage, true to form, NASA always switches to CGI.
Yeah, because they
Yeah, they have to. There's no camera to fucking record the stage of the fucking launch. You're basically in between the realms.
have to, because it's very
Also, there's the Van Allen radiation belts. So you're not gonna see much shit anyway.
difficult to film this sort of thing. And even the filming they did here on Earth during the launch, you didn't like that either, because they cut from one camera to another. But it was not edited. You cannot edit live. Plus, you have to forget about all the actual human beings who were stood there watching it with their own eyes.
Forget about them. Giant green screen. Fucking 300-mile wide green screen. That's what they use. Yeah.
No screens, no CGI, no wires, no nothing. Just watching.
We can never get full, live, unedited video focused straight ahead of the rocket.
There's lots
There's that again. It exists. Y'all just call it fake.
of unedited footage of all sorts of things that have gone on in space, whether it's the ISS or anything else. But you don't believe it anyway. So why ask for something if you're just going to call fake? There is nothing that is better evidence that the Earth isn't flat than 4 human beings taking off from the surface of Earth, flying towards the moon, looking back and snapping a picture of the globe that we all live on. You are all being made to look like what you are. Absolute dribbling moronic buffoons.
Or with a view focused on Earth. All we ever get is launch footage, cut to CGI like this for an hour. Then whenever they're ready to restart the so-called live feed, here's what we get.
It's not restarting the so-called live feed, is it? It's just,
Always a view with huge portions of the screen taken up by large random pieces of the craft.
So this shot, it's clearly being taken by a camera which is attached to the craft. Look at what you're seeing. That's the Earth. And that shadow, which isn't straight, it's a curved shadow, is the shadow that the moon is casting onto the Earth. And all those things prove that flat earthers are just really, really stupid.
Then, long blue screen outages lasting for minutes.
It's just when they switch from one camera to another, flat earthers really need to get a grip and just grow up and start acting like adults.
Or sometimes hours, only to come back with another similar video of another large section of the craft in the foreground.
Doesn't the fact that it's really difficult to get footage from a space mission kind of prove that they're real? Because if they were faked on the ground in a studio, as you all seem to think, then we'd have all sorts of camera angles. Everything would look way better than it actually does. The reason the footage is the way it is because it's difficult to film in space. This is simple stuff that even a child would understand, but not flat earthers, it would seem. Now, I'm having a lot of fun watching these clowns melting down over the Artemis 2 launch, and it got me thinking, what's the most idiotic claim that you've heard from a flat earther about the launch? I'd love to hear about it. So if you've seen a video that's made
Well, we'll get to that.
you realize that common sense isn't as common as the name would imply, then send it over by emailing creaky@creakyblinder.com and use the subject line Flurf Artemis Corp. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.
What did you... Oh, I might have that one actually. Shit. Let's see. Minimize. Well, what I can do is actually click on this and see if I got it.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to record,
That's I probably.
Now, there's no doubt that flat Earth.
All right. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this there. I'm gonna go back to. Actually, I don't want to go back to Creek yet. I want to save this guy because this idiot, I forget his name. He's just a flat earther when it's convenient. But he'd been quiet for months. And as soon as this mission happened, he, broke his silence, made a video. And typical shit. It's like, shut up. You sound like a fucking idiot. Go back in your hole. I want to show this other guy. Probably the dumbest black man on the planet. Oh, shit, where is he? Yeah, this idiot. Going back to Creaky. First off, let me smoke a cigarette first. I think I just let him play.
Second chance.
No, because I got things to say about this fucking idiot. Take a couple hits of this. And we'll come back to this. I will make a setup to this guy. I hope this is the right video. This guy is he calls himself Lord Jamar. He's a self-proclaimed rapper. I don't know. Apparently he has done something in a rap. I haven't heard any of his raps. But listening to him talk, I'm pretty sure it's garbage. Because this fucker is a shining example of why to be ashamed of, how do you say, not appreciating what your ancestry has overcome. Black people done had enough of a struggle, a bad time, historically, of fighting for the right to be taken seriously as a race and fighting for that equality. And, you got the equality, get the recognition that you deserve. Then you have idiots like this that just open their goddamn mouths and keep them open too loudly, too longly, to kind of make other black people question your ass. I was like, you should be ashamed of your stuff. I've been through too much of a struggle for you to be saying some ignorant shit like this to set the, how you say, the stereotype, to set us back. What the fuck is wrong with you? I do not understand this cat. I have a bed over here for you, and he chooses to lay on this rug over here, uncovered. Well, maybe it feels good over there. I don't know. He's gonna go to sleep too. All right, fine, whatever. I don't understand cats. No, you do your thing. No. Go back over there. It's fine. Weird fucker. All right. Anyway, this ignorant motherfucker.
video time. Oh, it hurt my neck then. What joy has Callum put together for me today? I'm not getting too excited based on the last video. Oh, knock this guy again. Right, okay.
That doesn't
go
say
for
enough.
it. 607 unk.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald
Oh, that's not
Jesus
Lord
Christ.
Jamar.
Are you a flat
No,
earther?
he's ignorance.
Oh, I would say the earth is flat, but it ain't.
Okay. So your name alone. Okay. Wait, I got a Lord Jamar somewhere. But this is a different one. Does this look like a face you can trust? Don't you want to hear everything about science and astronomy and physics from this? Doesn't he just scream intelligence?
Ain't no earth, right? So it ain't no earth to be flat.
No, let's back that up.
Oh, I would say the earth is flat, but it ain't no earth, right? So it ain't no earth to be flat or round.
Oh,
Okay. Doesn't believe in the earth. Where are you right now? Oh, God. I don't remember this guy. I thought this was Lord Jamar. This is some special kind of fucking nut job. Oh, he's not one of these Matrix motherfuckers, is he?
right, yes, of course, there's no Earth. So, dare I ask where we all live?
We live in a simulation, gang.
Right, simulation. Now, simulation is simulation theory. Have you ever said a word too many times and then it starts sounding weird? But yes, simulation theory is a thing. So hopefully he's going to be talking about something very scientific.
The projection from the sun and the moon, right? So
Excuse me?
if you want to really, really be technical, it can't be flat because it ain't no earth.
But it can't be flat because it's a physical impossibility due to the way that gravity behaves. But, okay, it can't be flat or a Earth. Brilliant.
So mama, everything is an atom. Everything is moving. Only time it becomes physical when you get in contact with it.
So things aren't real unless they touch you.
Swing, swing.
If nothing is real, why we arguing about is it flat or round?
Well, if nothing is real, why do you expect people to listen to you? Because if nothing is real, that would include you.
None of it is real.
Okay.
Whatever you think it is. A lot of people don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, we live in a simulation, right?
What the hell is in that cup? What the fuck are you drinking? Oh my God. This is the look of I know more about everything than you.
So projection.
A projection of round or flat.
Yeah, but we can argue all day long that if
Where's this projection coming from, Crazy Eyes? Where's this projection?
round or flat. The only reason why they say it's round because they're looking at the sun and it's round.
No, it's not. Oh my God, is this guy serious? No, we say it's round because when we measured it to check, that's what we found out, that it was round. We've known this for thousands of years.
That's the shot. We really needed that power slide.
Let's see your five like help.
Illuminati confirmed.
They're looking at the moon and it's round. So they think, okay, if that's round and this round, we gotta be round.
Right, so you're an idiot, clearly, but you might actually be onto something yet. And what you've just said is a perfect way to demonstrate that it's impossible for the Earth to be flat, because the sun is round, the moon is round, Neptune is round, Uranus is round, and mine is. Because that's what gravity does to celestial objects. It makes them round as long as they're big enough. And the Earth is massive.
But nobody have went outside the Earth to see if we was round.
Has this guy not watched the Artemis footage?
Nobody have went outside the Earth to tell them what we at. What's my exact coordinates right now?
Well, where are you? Can easily answer that question. Where are you right now? All we're going to do is type in the address to where you're at, and the coordinates can be found. The fuck is your point? What is this hat you're wearing?
My coordinates.
What? What's your quote? Flipping heck. His eyes look like Coco's, Callum. They look like they're going to bulge out of his head. Put your eyes back in your head before they fall out.
Sent satellites into space and got pictures of
No,
Earth.
we live in a firmament. They never sent satellites.
Hang on.
Wait. Hey, hold on, creaky me first. You live in a firmament? What the fuck is that? In a firmament? Do you mean under the firmament, as y'all fucking call it? The dome? Well, what is the dome covering if you think the Earth isn't real? There's a firmament and the simulation that you think that. Oh, Jesus goddamn Christ!
A second now, Mr. Tom Pepper, as my grandfather used to call me when I told a little white lie. How can the Earth not be an Earth but still be under firmament?
Space, because they can't get outside the firmament, gang. That shit is all lies, all cap. No one is seen outside of this place, and no one ever will.
I'm not sure what wheels have got to do with it, but people have literally just done a lap of the moon and taken brand spanking new pictures of the Earth.
But Elon Musk trying to get out of this mother. And he ain't trying to go up.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of this mother fudger, probably to get away from people like you. And if I had the finances available, I'd probably do the same thing.
Not trying to get out of what? The simulation? He doesn't even realize he's contradicting himself.
Not in space, so I think, it's too high.
You're literally wearing a globe around your neck. What does that say? Does that say worldwide hustle? How can you even wear that around your neck if you don't believe in the world? Dude, the walking contradiction.
For me.
Right? It's only one way out. Across or down.
Down.
Through the river. Through the lake. There's a lake under the lake. But other than that, it ain't no other way out of here, gang. It ain't no space.
Oh, so there's no, right, so the Earth can't be flat, can't be round, can't even be an Earth, and space is fake. You wouldn't be watching CC's YouTube channel by any chance, have you? Because he's the only other moron I can think of. Oh, no, actually, Level Earth Observer doesn't think space is real either, does he?
No, he doesn't. I've seen the same fucking cup at truck stops. I don't know why you're holding this, why you think it's some kind of weird flex. Look at this fucking gigantic crack going down it right here above the right eye. What the That shit is made out of like hard plastic. I know exactly where to buy this.
So double whammy.
No space to go to. So flat around. I'm just gonna say that it's a simulation.
A simulation that requires a firmament, though, because the Bible says that there is one.
That's what we can prove.
You couldn't prove dough.
Can't prove whether it's flat or round.
Yeah, but you can.
But we can prove that we locked in Antarctica because they won't let us go over there.
Okay, there's that argument. The whole Antarctica thing, a place you can actually go to,
and we can prove that it's a simulation because everything that you see is moving and it comes solid when you come in contact with it.
That wall behind you is not moving. The fuck are you talking about?
That means everything is fake.
Yeah, everything's fake. I do like your skull cup, though. I wonder if they sell those on Amazon.
Jeffrey Bezos.
I mean, everything's fake, Capone. Yeah, I know you don't believe, but I mean, everything is fake.
I don't.
Evidence.
Think anyone believes you. I doubt you even believe yourself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You probably believe. I know.
At what point did you ever believe in God?
I believe. What point they don't believe in God? I believe in God.
What's God got to do with this?
God now, I don't believe in the God you believe in. The God you believe in is fake. What don't you get? It's more.
How do you know what God he believes in?
More than one God. It's a lot of different gods.
Yeah, he's right. There's thousands of them, and that's my favorite thing to ask a Christian when they ask me why I don't believe in God. Well, which one?
Right. Listen, I just don't choose believe in the God.
Wait, you said, I could have sworn you said you don't believe. No, you believe it's a simulation?
No, it is a simulation.
So
who made the simulation? Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me. Was it God?
It is a God. God made the simulation, but he didn't.
Which one?
Make it to be a simulation, right? He took over The real, I know it's kind of sound crazy. You think God?
No shit. No fucking shit.
All knowing everything. But if God was all knowing, don't that kind of like ruin the game?
What game?
I'm so confused. I can't even follow along with what he's saying. I'm sure Callum's doing this to me on purpose.
If God knew everything, then what's the point of all this? It ain't no point. Only way God knows by your moves. He knows by your moves what's gonna happen because God know if you tap like this, that gonna pop out, right?
What's gonna pop out?
He don't know everything people think he know.
You just said that God knows everything, and now you're saying he doesn't know. Could you pick a lane and stay in it? This is a constant contradiction of yourself.
Right? A lot of people don't know. But just to answer your question, we live in a simulation.
He said both.
And I do believe in God, but not the God everybody else believe in.
Oh, you've got your own special person.
He started with simulation and now has moved to assimilation. I think he thinks he's saying the same thing and doesn't even realize it. He's just contradicting himself.
Individually assigned God of you. You're that special.
Because again, if a person enslaved me or made me think they enslaved me, why would I believe in the God they gave me? Right? Everybody worships the same God and just don't know. Every religion book is the same. A Christian book is the same as a Muslim book.
No, it's not.
It kind of is, yeah. It's the same God.
No. The Quran and the Bible are not the same thing.
Just with a different name.
Nothing is different in no religion. All religion is made for separation and control, Capone.
Oh, I think I actually quite like this guy because he's just nailed it. That's exactly what religion does.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, mama. So it is a God.
Get up here.
But the God they want you to serve is jealous. Why would you serve a jealous God that blatantly tell you he's jealous? He say, worship no God but me. Right? That means there's other gods. He don't want you to worship no God but him.
Well, the men who wrote the stories in the Bible don't want you to worship any God other than the God that they made up. Just, minor correction.
Right. Why you got to worship anybody? I ain't worshiping shit. Thank you for my life. I'm happy that you did it for me, but I'm not going to worship and praise nothing.
You worship the fucking concept of being in a simulation that is in the firmament and that nothing is physical until you touch it. So you're a fucking liar.
Because I don't know what to praise to. Listen, how can God be mad when there's so many different fucking religions and they trying to confuse the out of man? I might as well go and believe in myself then, because everything out here has been tainted with.
Right, so you're one of those people, you believe in God, but you are also that God. I've heard that before, I just can't remember where, or when, or who said it. Maybe I just made up a memory that didn't exist. I wouldn't be surprised after listening to this. Douche knob? Douche knob's a douche knob.
That'll work.
History, break it down, Capone. His story.
Oh my God.
His story. I like it.
Never know.
What about
Never
her?
know.
Oh, we lost him.
What?
Where's
he gone? Thank you for watching. And well, we'll see you in the next one, I suppose. Love.
Oh, I might need to clip that. I might have to clip that.
Never know.
Never know. Oh. What?
Oh shit. I'm about to clip that. I need you to take over.
What the hell, man? Did he just zone out? Did he lose his buzz or something? What happened right there at the end?
I think the meds wore off.
Or they kicked in? I don't know, man. No, back it up. Back it up. Back it up. I want to see him go into the fucking G hole.
I like it.
Never know.
Never know. Oh.
What the fuck?
What?
What was he talking about before he said never know?
Oh no.
Yeah. Like somewhere back there.
Douche knob. It's a douche knob.
You're saying douche.
History, break it down, Capone. His story.
His story. I like
Oh,
it.
Never know.
oh, so he was saying that
Never
dumb
know.
shit. I never liked that.
Oh.
I never liked that either. The first time I heard that shit, I was like, that makes no sense. And only dumbasses fucking say that shit. You know that, right? Just gone. You know you can't clip shit anymore on YouTube.
I can. I got a way to do this. I got to do it on my phone. With.
Yeah, sure. But the fuck, dude? He just lost. He lost his buzz.
Oh.
He just lost his buzz. Like, oh shit.
I'm gonna leave that right there.
And no, he said a simulation the whole damn time. That's how you know he was uneducated. Because educated people ensure that they properly enunciate words the correct way. And this guy, we already knew you was going to give us. You got Creaky on the fucking shit. His name's Creaky or Cleaky? Creaky. You got Creaky up here. So, you know, he looking at dumbasses.
Not dumb. He's just misunderstood. I want to know what's in that cup.
There ain't nothing in the cup. He never drank from it the whole interview. It's a prop. It's like the hat and the fucking necklace. It's a fucking prop.
Hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab his packages right quick. I'll be right back.
Hey, you want to know why he holds that cup, man? It's so that you don't realize that he's doing the retard salute.
Talk about this picture for a minute. I'll be right back.
All right, who was in the bushes? Oh, he was in the bushes. I'm a dumbass. Oh well. I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. We're waiting for Buff to return. That's where we are, and have some more dead air. Because I got nothing. I literally got nothing to say, bro. Really. But on similar news, since we were talking about Artemis 2 earlier, I heard that they canceled Artemis 3, but I can go double check. They canceled the rest of that. I heard that they canceled the rest of that mission. Or they pushed it back? Oh, yeah, they pushed it back really far. Because originally, They're supposed to be there in 2024, but they've already pushed it back and nearly canceled it. And back to the whole thing, I've heard recently, I'm not going to disclose who stated it, but I've heard recently the only reason, and it ties to back to originally whenever we went to the moon. The only reason why we went to the moon is because Sputnik was in the air and we were racing the Russians to the moon. So therefore, we got to the moon. Now we're racing China back to the moon. And you can have your show back. Where'd you go, Buff? But yeah, that ties back to why it was canceled, because China's not racing back to the moon again. So therefore, we're not racing to the moon again, people. So it was wasted billions of your tax dollars. Don't you love your government? Love your government, people. Make sure that Uncle Sam and Big Brother are always at the top of the list, no matter what. I don't know where Buff went. Wasn't he just there? I don't know, guys. I don't know. But yeah, that's my oh. Yeah, I definitely agree with the intelligent people in the room that it was thousands of years ago that we measured the earth with a degree of uncertainty, and whenever we measured it again, the degree of uncertainty got smaller, because that's what you look for. You don't look for people who are telling you exactly fucking things. You look for a degree that it could be between here and here, and it's an approximated. And that's the whole point whenever it comes to things that are beyond scale of comprehension of most individuals. And whenever we go back to talking about most individuals, like, oh boy over here, he probably count to 500 and then he get lost. Creaky over here, I'm sure that his mind can comprehend trillions, tradecillions. He could probably get up to tradecillions, quintessilions. He could probably go up there. He could probably see what they look like. He probably imagined the number. He probably couldn't quantify the number, but imagining the number is a half a step towards the quantification of it. But yeah, me personally, I can quantify maybe a quintillion. Maybe that's pushing it. But yeah, whenever I imagine numbers, there are big numbers, and I'm quite sure Creaky himself knows about Google and Googleplex, and oh gosh, I can't even remember the third one after that. But there's a lot of numbers. There's a lot of numbers. And I've seen numbers like quad, dragontillion. Yeah, that's a number. That's a number. That's a big ass fucking number. The big. Yeah, it's whatever. But that's the thing. Unless you've actually interacted with numbers this size, you wouldn't even know that they exist. That's basically what I'm putting down. I've interacted because of imagination with these numbers, but no, I can't quantify, like visualize. Like I said, maybe a quintillion I can visualize. Well, some people will drop off at billions, trillions, because that's what the average is. The one out, and most people know quad quin, sextillion, septillion, octillion, nonillion, decillion. That's counting 10. Undecillion, duodecillion, 11, 12, tridecillion. Simple. But we're waiting for Buff to return. And if I remember correctly, he's trying to find a package that was dropped off, and he looked at the picture, and now he can't find it. But not saying anything bad. I'm just saying, like, intelligent people know what the fuck is going on, and they would agree more with a degree of certainty than an exact figure. Was the point of the whole conversation about numbers. So now we're going to do an unboxing. Or no?
Find a goddamn thing.
So are we going to do an unboxing now?
Yeah, sure, why not? Fucking shit is heavy, man. This is what I needed for work. Actually,
Are you going to get my meds wore off face? So yeah, useless information. George was the original name of Uranus.
This came in a nice what?
What, you didn't like the way I said Uranus? Or the useless information of George being the original name?
George.
George was the original name of Uranus. And yes, the King George that we rebelled with the 13 colonies, that George.
I'll take your word for it. Box review. This is a nice standard simple box. Nothing funky or crazy about it. All right.
I see a hole in it, and it took you 10 minutes to find it, so I guess it was hidden.
Well, I got this other thing too. I got this also, and it was out on the front step. This was elsewhere. Try to find it.
Was it hiding in the bushes?
Put it in a fucking tub and didn't bother sending a message talking about it. So where do we put it here? Like, oh, I'm about to raise hell because I paid like $82 for this goddamn thing. And I really need it for work. So it's a box inside a box. Now they did provide some sort of cushioning. I don't know why this damn thing is made of steel. It's supposed to be so good. God, this is heavy.
Good night, dude.
Let's look at this box. It's got damage on the inside. How do you damage the box inside of a box when the outside box is not damaged? That's weird. This is in your standard simple box. These boxes are boring. Piss poor tape job. I don't like that. One strip of two. I don't know. As long as this damn thing does its fucking job. Good God. This is fucking.
What the fuck, dude?
This is gonna add some weight to my fucking truck. This. Well, let me get it out the double wrap. I'll show y'all what it is. This is a trailer door clamp lock. Tell you what. Bring up a visual aid. Let's open a new window. Tray. Door clamp lock. Right here. This is what this is. And what it does is on the trailer doors, show trailer doors. I really should show that. Okay, that's a good one. Visit site. So the picture. Oh, picture that. Fine.
So that's just something to make sure your cargo is more secure whenever it's on your truck.
These you look at the middle of this door, the latches down here at the bottom, they flip over the latch and they have holes in them to where we put our locks. And some places that we go to, can I zoom in this? Try this. Yeah. Some places will put like a bolt that is the seal in that hole. This door, the right side door, you have to open it first in order to open the left door. So you always put your seals on the right side door. Now they'll put a bolt in there, and they can easily be taken out with bolt cutters. But so you can't lock the door. You put a lock on this door all you want, but this is primary door. So they can get that one open. They can get whatever you got in there, unless it's huge and needs both doors to be open. So what this guy does, what this guy does, actually, let me go back to that, is these two bars right here. What it does is one clamp goes around the bar and the other one goes around that other bar, and boom, you can size it up, and it keeps anybody from opening the fucking doors. I have one. I got this one. Sizing it, resizing it anyway. I got this little pathetic shit from a truck stop. This fucker was like $30. Ignore that. I don't know why.
That looks like a fucking steering wheel. Fuck, whatever those old steering wheel things are.
This one like does that same job. This goes around the bars and shit. It's adjustable to an extent. The thing I don't like about this one is I think I could open the door and pry this shit off because it is not very solid. I feel like I could pry the doors open and bend that damn thing. I'm sorry, what the fuck did I just hear? Barney, you got eyes on her? What, I heard the fucking cat. You got eyes on her? All right. Anyway, this one is heavy.
I would say the little one, I would put it up higher up, and the big one, I would put it on the bottom.
Oh yeah, that's happening. And this one has a combination lock on it.
Oh, isn't that nice? You got a free combination lock.
It has a cover on it, but it's like a combination dial lock. But as long as I don't forget my combination, we'll be good to go. I already know the combination I'm gonna use though, but I'm about to mess it up later. I gotta read the instructions on it, figure out how to set the combination. This damn thing works. But yay, new toys for work, and I can't write it off on my taxes.
Why?
Like you didn't have to buy that. Oh, that's a tricky part about truck driving. It's just like you didn't have to buy that. Fuck off. I'm trying to write off so much shit. Only certain things you can write off, but like that, I can't. All right. Let me remove that. Stop that screen. Where?
So, I got you a light and a mic stand so far, huh?
Light? What are you up to? You up to plotting? Sorry, the damn dog looked like he was plotting.
So I got you a light and a mic stand so far, huh?
It's one of these lights. Oh, that one. All fucking proceeds go to buying better equipment.
Well, what's next? What's next?
Editing software. I've got, what's that shit called? Oh, Apple Studio or some shit. Already started disc and shit. Pops gave that to me. And it's got everything. He found it at an estate sale. And that was like 2 years ago. And I'm still reading all the manuals to that shit. Good God. Like 7 fucking discs to fucking learn how to use this shit, download all this crap. And it's like Apple Studio or some crap. I forgot what it's called. Jesus Christ. I just don't even think I'm
Windows is so much easier.
Much.
I swear.
I'm gonna fucking I'm at Vegas. I hear people talk about Vegas, and I was like, I'll just probably get that. All right, back out of this. And that's a video. Artemis 2 flat Earth fill. Oh, we just watched that one. Okay. Let me find another one of these crazies. 2 flat earthers get super triggered over the moon. I think this is the one with Flat Earth Dave that I think we watched some of him yesterday. That or I was watching it and talking to myself. I don't remember. We're going back to Simon Dan. The link is in the chat. I think he's talking about Eric Dubay. No, not Eric Dubay, but Flat Earth Dave and Mark Sargent, who is the current king of Flat Earth. I lost my dog. Oh, he's somewhere. He usually just lays down right here. He went somewhere. I don't know.
He's probably back to plotting.
Probably. It's not much he can get into. If he finds something, he'll bring it to me. Like, oh, look at this. Look at this. Do you remember you have this? I'm like, yes. Thanks for bringing it to me.
Okay, so it's been about 2 weeks since almost 2 million of you watched David Weiss and Mark Sargent react to the...
Okay, so it is Flat Earth Dave and Mark Sargent. All right. These fucking idiots.
The Artemis 2 launch. And you will all be delighted to know that they've also reacted to the re-entry and splashdown. So it'd be rude not to look at that as well, right? Thought so.
Covered that one last time I was doing this as they were watching the launch of the rocket, making their wild assumptions and claims. So this is when the capsule splashed down. They get worse.
Hello and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thanks very much for joining me. Before we begin with today's video though, I was reading earlier about how the Artemis 2 astronauts were praising the heat shield of Orion and which countries are covering the story. Now, ground news is also an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers and expand your worldview, which is exactly why we use ground. You can make informed decisions where you can read, watch and share the best information available. And ground for 40% off unlimited access if you support the mission and find it as useful as I do. Right then, on with today's video, which comes from Mark Sargent's YouTube channel. He and David Weiss have gathered with a couple of other flat earthers, and they are reacting live to Artemis 2's return to Earth. We start as Orion is mid-descent through our atmosphere. Here we go.
Will there be dolphins?
Oh my! Great start. Gives a fuck if there's going to be dolphins. Who gives a shit? What's it got to do with Earth being flat? So this is Mark Sargent up here, the current father of Flat Earth. This is the grifter extraordinaire, Flat Earth Dave, who he's a con man.
The dumbass in the car. The dumbass in the car.
No, he's not that guy. He's not the guy in the car. This idiot made an app for flat earthers so they can be flat earthers together, but it was so unsecure. Anybody who downloaded and signed up on the app, whatever, all their personal information got exposed, and he tried to play it off. Never took responsibility for it. And I don't know who these two idiots are. I have no idea.
God, Dolphins. That's my favorite narrative.
Oh, yeah. Let's take bets. Chat room. What do you think? And I should look through some of the questions in chat. We'll just keep it on this for a little while. Which is, will there be Dolphins?
Inspector Badgett, whatever. ABC News has a fake crowd of people cheering every 30 seconds. SMY something. I don't know what that means. Where's your evidence to support this? What about the other news outlets that are covering this around the world? What about them? That little capsule held enough fuel and oxygen. How amazing. Well, what's amazing is it didn't. There was the capsule and then more that they were attached to. That, oh, Jesus Christ. This is what you get. Magic with DLSS5. I have no idea what that is.
Dolphins? Will there be whales? Will the people be smiling when they get out? What, are they going to have is there going to be a parade? Why would there be a parade?
Because they're celebrating a historic event that just happened that has never been accomplished before. These people traveled the furthest from Earth ever. Yeah, they did get a parade. They deserved it. That's just what you do. Every fucking moon mission or space mission, well, not space missions, but everything fucking related with the shuttle missions and stuff like that. I think all of them have gotten parades.
Supposedly gone to the moon and back.
What? Capsules land in the ocean. Oceans have dolphins. Occasionally, they show up near ships. That's just the ocean being the ocean. There's no narrative there. And you can bet your bottom dollar they'd be smiling. They've just gone to the moon, survived re-entry, and not died. Yeah, you might crack a smile there, mightn't you?
Yeah, I might smile. I'm still alive. Yes.
And I can't stress this enough. NASA, after watching this for 10 days, good luck trying to do any sort of moon landing, walking around on the moon footage without getting caught on the.
I don't even know what the fuck you just said. I have no idea what the fuck you just said. What do you mean? Without getting caught? Getting caught what? Filming themselves on the moon? What the fuck are you talking about?
So you won't be able.
They won't even give us cockpit footage during the launch or landing.
You know why? Because it's boring as shit. Because nobody gives a fuck about what's going on in the cockpit. You know what you're going to see? There's cameras in there. You know what you're going to see? That's it. How riveting. Nobody wants to see that. They know what the money shots are. The damn thing itself leaving. Nobody cares about the fucking cockpit. They think that's their smoking gun. There's no footage of the cockpit. Oh, we don't know that anybody's in there. Just fine.
Yeah. And now, this is supposed to be burning up as it's coming into the atmosphere. This is a simulation. Why do they have it upside down? It's a simulation.
What is upside down when it comes to space? When it comes to the Earth, what is upside down? There is no upside down. Your position is relative to your position on the fucking entire planet and what gravity is doing to your, which direction gravity is pulling you. There's no upside down.
Why is it upside down?
Yeah, good point. It looks like it. Yeah, it should be.
Oh, good point. How many shuttles have you jettisoned back into the fucking atmosphere to know which way it should be oriented? Also, this is a visualization. That's not real what you're looking at on screen. It's CGI imagery. Because you can't put a camera on their re-entry. They're kind of on fire right now.
Going, okay, let's fade to black. That's fine.
Thank you. There was a good comment right there. I like that one. Flat Earth idiots. Thank you. CXC 2632. Flat Earth idiots. Where is the camera taking this footage? It shows how dumb these people are. This is not a fucking camera image.
Should be going, okay, let's fade to black. That's fine.
During re-entry, you get a plasma blackout. Ionized gas forms around the capsule, which blocks radio signals and disrupts video transmission. So no, you're not going to get a clean live shot through there, are you? And Mark thinks because of what he's seen over the course of this mission, he will easily be able to prove that the next moon landing is fake. How arrogant can you be, honestly? This mission has rocked the flat Earth community more than I thought it would, to be honest.
We spin. Okay, God, the editing truck. Who's working?
Editing truck? Are you talking about this fuck you sized room? This is live, you idiot. You can't edit live.
But Mark, people on computer screens. People on computer screens. See?
Yeah, people. Yeah, and by the way, don't they look tense? People, I think that guy.
They look like they're doing their fucking jobs and monitoring data. It looks like they're a bunch of professionals that are performing under pressure. Oh, they don't look nervous enough to me. It's fake. No, this is what they're trained to do.
Guy over there is actually nodding off.
Who? Where? Where do you see this?
What the hell? This is the most. Okay, and this again, we're transitioning over to shot. We've changed the exposure setting. We're not going to say what it is. You know what? Let me turn up the volume on this.
I don't think I've ever seen Mark Sargent like this before. He's usually so laid back and chill. He is genuine.
He was laid back during the launch. He didn't really have much to say because he couldn't say shit. He tried to get a little tidbit in there every now and then, but he just said dumb shit. This is a little out of character for him.
When he triggered by the whole thing.
Turn the closed cap.
This is where you start, this is where you start grasping at straws. Any little thing that they think they can say, they're going to say it.
I think they went to the trouble of having all those people on computer screens like totally sectioned off, and they actually believe the data that they're seeing, that they're being fed. Remember the interview with the Apollo guy in the control room? He said, we did so many simulations that when we did the real thing, we couldn't tell the difference.
Right.
Do you think that all of those people in there are fools?
God knows if that happened or not. I don't know. Dave likes to just make up shit. He's infamous for that. So God knows if that even happened.
Or is it, are they just, actors, or is it just?
Oh, no. I don't
Dave.
think most of them know anything. And I've talked about this for years. In the movie Capricorn 1.
Movie. This is real life. This isn't a movie. So whatever you say next just means absolutely nothing. You're talking about a fucking movie. Hey, in the movie Twister, a tornado chased people.
And I firmly believe they got this right. The only people that have to know are the actual telemetry guys. The guys that...
And everybody associated with this.
That are feeding the telemetry to those people. But that's
So you think they don't know?
No, they don't know. Why would you tell them?
Mission control isn't one screen showing one feed. It's hundreds of specialists, all looking at different independent...
Everybody is looking at something different. There might be two maybe 3 people looking at the same thing, so they're double checking each other. But the most part, all those people are looking at different shit.
Data streams, things like trajectory, propulsion, thermal systems, communications, life support. You can't fake all that with one telemetry guy. These teams cross-check each other constantly too. If propulsion data doesn't match trajectory, alarms go off. If thermal data doesn't match re-entry conditions, alarms go off. What you are suggesting here is simply ridiculous.
There it is.
Is that
By
what
the way,
we're
we're supposedly only 3 minutes out from splashdown right now.
Oh, there it is. Look at that little guy.
Go ahead out, Buff.
How are we getting that side shot? Where are we getting that side shot from?
From a camera.
Hey, Buff.
Next dumb question.
Hey, Buff.
Mm.
I'm gonna head out, man. You have a good night, bro. Yeah, man. I gotta go eat something.
All right. I'll let you later.
All right, trip show.
All right. This guy right here, Real Kim Jong. Great name. Where's the shoots? Well, you see this black thing right here? They're inside there.
Yeah, good point.
On the ground.
It's a drone, Dave.
Wait, it's below
It's a
the
drone.
clouds. It's below the clouds.
It is falling through the clouds. Where in this shot do you see where you can confirm this thing is below cloud level? Yeah, that's not there, Dave.
How's it 3 minutes from the ground?
Because it's really high up. It just fell from space. That's how it's 3 minutes from splashdown, Dave. It's really high up. You fucking moron.
It's 3 minutes from the ground right now.
How's it below the clouds? It would be
It's not.
10 seconds from the ground.
I don't know.
Right?
Oh, Dave forgetting there that clouds can form anywhere from 2,000 to 40,000 feet. A capsule can pass below one layer of cloud and still be miles above the ocean. Also, I'm not really sure why you're confused about that side shot, Dave. Recovery zones are packed with assets. Aircraft, helicopters, tracking planes, as well as long-range cameras too.
And think about
Dave doesn't know how height works.
this. When that parachute comes out, how fast is it going? Does anyone know the speed?
No, because they took it off the screen.
Yeah, so
No, you could Google it.
the speed is thousands of miles an hour. What parachute can withstand that?
Dude,
The ones they made. The fucking ones that they made by hand for these situations. That parachute.
but it's made of Superman silk.
And by the way, what is it made out?
What the fuck is Superman silk?
I made a funny. It's made of Superman silk.
This is just, it's pathetic.
Superman silk. Did you hear? Aren't you listening, Mark? Larry said
There's
it.
a little.
There they are. If you were wondering where they were, there they are. And those are the only first stage shoots.
Ones.
Yeah.
Parachutes are not deployed at re-entry speed. By the time
Dumbass.
when they come out, the capsule has already slowed massively due to atmospheric drag. By the time you see parachutes, it's moving at a speed they are designed for. It's not one big parachute either, it's a stage system. You get drogue chutes first, which are small and stabilize the craft, and
Drag shoots.
then the main chutes open. They're large and for the final descent. Each step reduces speed safely.
And now,
Oh, here
where
we
did it
go.
come out of? It came
Here we
out of
go.
it came out of the top, right? All the
Yeah,
parachutes are
look at
packed
this.
in the top,
This is
and all
funny.
that fire didn't melt the.
No, they're not packed at the top. They're packed off to the side near the top.
Parachutes because it's really good insulation. It's underneath the clouds for how long? Wow.
There he goes again. Dave is probably the most annoying through all this. From the launch and this, he's just the most annoying grifter there ever has to be. He really thinks he knows everything about every fucking thing, and he doesn't know shit.
How high are those clouds?
Look, he's like, look at these guys.
I know.
Wow.
We're still waiting for the main shoot.
Somebody is somebody downloading this because they can't replay it later, can they?
It's being filmed, Dave. You can replay it. It's being recorded. In fact, it was.
Oh, it's going straight to my stream.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good.
So unless they whack that thing.
Oh,
Let's see how they edit it.
Where's the big parachute?
Inside the capsule. Next dumb question, Dave.
They
It's
don't
gonna
come
hit the
out
water.
yet.
No, they only need small parachutes.
How
for
low
the,
are they? Isn't that the water right there?
Dave is showing here how he has no clue how re-entry works. The bottom of the capsule, the heat shield, that's what takes the heat. That's
Like a child that won't shut the fuck up.
That's the side facing into the airflow. The top, where the parachutes are, is in the protected wake behind it. You've also got classic depth perception failure going on here too. From a long zoom lens, the ocean can look much closer than it actually is. The drogue chutes that you see there deploy at around 7.5 kilometers up.
I know.
Yeah.
It did seem a little
Oh,
low.
maybe they're all gonna die.
They can't hit the water at that speed.
Fuck are you even laughing at?
Oh, wait.
Wait, we're above the clouds again.
Oh my god. Butter Dave does not know how clouds work.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
no,
That was
now
like,
there's no
edit
clouds.
shift.
Now
Edit
there's no
shift.
clouds.
Edit shift. All right, here we go. So now we have a new view.
And you can hear his one-track mind. He's obsessed with the clouds. Because he doesn't know how clouds work.
Yeah, now it's not nearly as
Now
dire.
all of a sudden the robot is going to let the big three shoots out and watch how
Robot? What the fuck are you talking about?
how fast is this going when those shoots
Oh, it
open?
dropped. Oh, look, it dropped.
No,
It made,
yeah. No,
it
here are
made
the
new
shoots.
parachutes.
That's because it released the drag chutes. Now the main chutes are coming out. This is not the first time this has ever happened in history.
Shoots.
Now
Look at that.
Look at the shoots. Why don't they open?
Because they're in the process of opening, Dave. They're designed to do this, Dave.
Other shoots that didn't melt.
One of them's not going
It
to open.
looks like one of them is not going to open.
But if it's going that fast,
there
those
we
things
go.
would rip open, and that would be the end of it.
Oh, look, they open. How about that?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, now we're.
I think it's made out of like
okay.
styrofoam.
What the fuck do you think is made out of styrofoam, Dave? The parachutes? The caps? What the?
That was perfect.
Let's see what and how. Who was above them? What is flying?
A fucking plane, helicopter, aircraft. Take your pick.
Above them at that speed and keeping up with it.
A jet.
Probably a predator.
You need like a free falling skydiver and
Or a camera that just stayed on them with a zoom. I'm serious. Dave doesn't know how cameras work.
it would whiz right by them.
All that laughter you're hearing, by the way.
You know, helicopters can stay stationary, right, Dave? I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you knew that, Dave. Helicopters can actually stay stationary.
Way there is nervousness. Dave, by this stage, the capsule is already massively slowed and descending under parachutes. Aircrafts and helicopters can easily film this phase. They are desperate here to throw as much muck at this as possible and hope that it sticks. They have no clue what they're doing or talking about at all. They're just panicking. It's amazing to watch. Let's see the splashdown moment, shall we?
The drone
Okay,
moving
they're okay?
Oh, there it is.
20
there
miles
it is.
per hour.
There it
There it
is. Look, slowing it down. Is it going to land?
Oh,
Wait, how's it
down
going so
the
slow?
water.
Because this is what
Because, oh my God, really? How is it going so slow? I don't know, Dave. It could have something to do with those 3 gigantic fucking parachutes. Could have something to do with that. Dave doesn't know how parachutes work.
Water.
Because this is what parachutes are designed for, Dave. Why are you just saying even sillier things now?
Bets on it.
Oh,
Dolphins
edit.
are going to show up.
Edit.
Okay, Dave doesn't know what an edit is. Dave is CC. Where's the edit? This has been one continuous shot. Where is the edit, Dave?
Things now.
On the live feed. Where's the edit, Dave?
Bets on it.
Oh,
Dolphins
edit.
are going to show up.
Edit.
Where? Oh, there it is. Yeah, CC.
Edit.
There were no
Speaking of
edits there. What feed were you watching, Dave?
No, you watching.
There's going to be an edit
this
now.
is this right here is AI.
Yep.
Ah, there we go. The desperation is running thin. Oh God, maybe it's not edit. Okay, I'll call it AI. Okay, tell that to the people that are actually there.
Yep.
That we will see.
And there we are, everyone. After everything,
After everything, final Hail Mary. AI.
the footage, all the arguments, I knew it would boil down to something like that. It's just AI. Well, I think we'll leave Dave and Mark there for another video, nervously laughing at not only the Artemis 2 mission, but the thought of future missions and the impact they will have on their little community. Please do let me know in the comments below what you thought of this one today. As I say, we're all done and dusted for another one. Just enough time to once again thank Ground News for sponsoring today's video. Remember, go to ground.news/Simon to stay fully informed on breaking news and compare media coverage. Just click the link in the description for 40% off unlimited access if you support the mission and find it as useful as I do. I've been Simon Dan. I'll see you tomorrow for another Saturday session. See you then.
What is that? I'll look at that later. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, there he is. Okay, so this is the Lord Jamar guy I was talking about. We're going back to Creaky. This is that Lord Jamar.
The gold is
idiot.
real, but so is the danger. And out here, death comes in lots of flavors.
You know, sometimes I just need a simple, and you get a lot of simple with flat earthers.
This is what flat earthers do.
But I just need a simple, straightforward flat earth video where the flat earther is just saying stupid things. And that's what today's video is. So let's crack on.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald
Please subscribe. Oh, right, Lord Jamar. Let's see what very smart things he's got to say for himself today.
Believe the earth is flat? Absolutely. So you're in New York at 8 p.m. You FaceTime someone in LA. It's 5 p.m. The light is out. You know, the sun is out. How do you explain that?
Well, he's a flat earther, so he doesn't explain it. But I'm sure he's about to try.
The sun moves. The sun moves.
Not
the
the
earth.
sun moves.
Not the earth. The sun.
Yeah, but what makes you think that? You can't just make statements and then not back them up, which I'm fairly sure is what you're about to not do.
Just like it appears in your eye when you wake up in the morning and the sun is in the east and you literally see it move across the sky. You don't feel yourself moving, but
Of course you don't feel yourself moving because us and everything else on Earth, including the atmosphere, is all moving at the same time. So that's exactly what you would expect.
you're watching the sun go from east to west during the day. So it just bounces back and forth. You see it move. No, it goes in a circle.
What?
It goes in a circle.
Yeah, of course it does. Like a torch. This guy is clearly just an outright moron. I'm sorry, but I can't think of a polite way to describe him. He's an idiot, clearly.
Okay, so we're saying that the earth can be a level circle. It's just not a ball that you live on the outside of.
Ah, right. So it can't be a ball that we live on the outside of, but it can be a magical space pizza that we live on top of. Right, got it.
Where does the yolk exist on an egg? On the inside or the outside?
What?
What the fuck does egg yolk got to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure where this egg analogy is going.
Inside. Could the yolk stick to the outside?
Not unless the shell gets broken, but
Not hard
okay.
boiled.
No, but the yolk of an egg and the earth
are not the same thing.
I don't think is a fair comparison.
Water always finds its what? Finds its level.
Okay, Eric douche nozzle fanboy. Do you know flat earthers are so predictable? And I don't know whether this has come from the amount of time I've been doing this, but it's obvious to me that Lord Jamar is an Eric Dubay fanboy.
It doesn't find its curve. It cannot curve on the outside of a surface. See, you can't recreate something in a lab or some shit like that.
What?
And you're just telling us some shit.
Hang on.
A lab, okay. Oh, look, water fucking on a curved surface. Look at that. Huh. It's interesting.
Something in a lab or some shit like that.
What?
And you're just telling us some shit.
Hang on a second, telling us some shit. What, so you want scientists to recreate the Earth in a lab? And I'm sure that you want that to be full size as well.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience. We'll create Earth in a fucking lab.
Yeah. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Listen to what you're saying.
Well, that's pseudoscience. That's some shit that you want us to take your word for.
No, it's not. Well, flat Earth.
No. If you mean science, observable and provable, just taking your word for it, fine.
Is pseudoscience, but science is science, not pseudoscience. Do you even know what the difference between science and pseudoscience is? You clearly don't, because if you did, you wouldn't be a flat earther.
We've never seen water stick to the outside of a ball. If you soak a tennis ball.
Oh my, yeah, but the earth.
There we go. Because that ball right there, it's the same size of the Earth and is making one revolution every 24 hours. That's exactly what that ball right there is doing. It's not, Jamal. It's not.
It's bigger than a tennis ball, isn't it, dipshit?
Water and spin it. What happens is all the water coalesces to the middle of the tennis ball and then shoots out in all directions.
No, it doesn't. It just gets thrown off by centrifugal force. But a tennis ball is tennis ball size, and the Earth is Earth size. No.
There's video of this. There's pictures of this doing that.
So because there's videos of somebody spinning a wet tennis ball, that means the Earth is flat.
But the magic sauce that they always talk about with these things, they say is gravity.
Yeah, because it is gravity. Gravity pulls everything towards the center of Earth's mass, which is why we don't have to worry about being sucked off into space, rather. Slip of the tongue there. Oops. And why the atmosphere stays in place and why the world's oceans conform to the shape of the planet they're on.
So the magic sauce, which makes all water stick to the fucking Earth, is gravity. Yet the same gravity.
Well, not just water, but, you.
Allows,
Oh, yeah, definitely an Eric Dubay fanboy. He's about to say, well, actually, Level Earth Observer said the same thing in Thursday night's video. Because gravity can be overcome by a butterfly beating its wings, it can't possibly be strong enough to keep the world's oceans where they're meant to be. What a stupid thing to say.
Guppies to fucking swim and...
What?
What? Housefly to move around. It doesn't pull those things down, but it's
because gravity is affected by mass. Those are small things. You do small, big, small, big. What is this hat? 7? Is that how many brain cells you have left? Fucking shit. Oh, that's his IQ.
Holding thousands of tons of water.
Yeah, but the thing is, it is holding those things down. All of them. It's just insects that fly are able to overcome gravity and take flight. It's not bloody hard to... Oh my word. You know, right at the beginning, I said sometimes I just like to watch a flat earther being stupid. I may have to retract that statement.
To the earth. It's ridiculous. Well...
And what? And a grown man believing that the earth is flat is not ridiculous?
Let me go about this a different way, because I'm not a scientist. And I can't argue scientifical...
But you can
use... Hang on.
I'm insulted by this drum set back here. No self-respecting drummer would set their shit up like this. The fucking floor time is high as fuck, boy. You damn mounted. This one's the fucking... I think I got... Why is this so goddamn crooked? And why would you have your snare fucking at a disproportionate angle? Typically, drummers will set their snare about the same angle that they'll set their toms. A lot of guys play flat top like this, and they'll have their snare set the same way. This hi-hat is fucking not doing you any fucking favors, because your arm... Typically, this is a right-hand setup. Your arm's hitting your fucking snare arm at the same time. Whoever set this crap up is not a fucking drummer. This is insulting.
A second, scientifical isn't a word, or at least I don't think it is. And if it is, it shouldn't be, because it sounds really stupid.
You can use common sense. But
common sense isn't common, is it, Mr. Lord Jamar? As you were perfectly demonstrating.
I'm not a scientist.
Right, but you can use common sense. And saying that you're not a scientist, right, is a way to try to exclude us from the scientific method.
No, it's not. What? You absolute tool. Saying that you're not a scientist. Saying that you're not a scientist, if you're not a scientist, is just being honest.
Yeah.
Which is probably why it's such a foreign concept to Jamar.
Actually are a scientist. We're all scientists.
Are we?
If you're able to observe...
I'm not. I'm not. You're not. Creaky isn't. We understand science. We study science. Official scientist. What the fuck are you talking about?
Something and study it. You're a scientist, Vlad.
If you can look at something, you're a scientist. Oh, I feel smarter already. I'm looking straight at something. What an absolute dickhead.
Who do you think is creating the conspiracy that the Earth is actually round?
Oh, boy. If you say NASA. I swear to God. Let's see what dumbass says.
Yeah, but I'm not. No. Right, okay, he's the interviewer, he's not the flat earther.
And orbits the sun to the point where every single government co-signs it. 99% of humans co-sign it.
Look at him, you can literally see the cogs and the little steam engine turning in his skull while he's trying to think of what to say in response.
But yet... You're saying there's a small number of people that are somehow who know the truth.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're saying, DJ Vlad.
Spreading this lie to the point where everyone swallows it hook, line,
That's called the 10%. See, there's the 5%, the 10%, and the 85%.
Who are they? Who's this 5%, 10%? Who is this?
85% of the people don't know what the f***'s going on.
Oh, okay. Because you say so? All right. It's all a conspiracy. All right, gotcha.
All right, so flat earthers are that special that they are the gatekeepers of true knowledge.
5% know the truth, but there's 10% that know the truth that are using this to try to manipulate the 85%. This is what we've been teaching the whole time. You know, those numbers apply in different areas as well, and this is one of them. The education system Come on, man. The education system.
Well, it failed you, didn't it? That's definitely clear. I can't even begin to fathom why somebody like Lord Jamar, who's a rapper, according to Callum, he was famous in the early 2000s. I don't know.
Never fucking heard of him.
But it's bad enough when you see these randoms on YouTube saying that the earth is flat. But when there's somebody high profile, I think it makes it a little bit more dangerous than it is anyway. And flat earth is dangerous. Why? Because it's a gateway conspiracy into the darker stuff.
Who are these people? Some would say the Masons.
Oh my word! Seriously, not yesterday's show. The week before, I had a Freemason on for a chat, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but being a Freemason is just. It's really boring. It's not what you all seem to think it is. And you also need to stop using the words Freemason and Illuminati interchangeably. They're two completely different organizations. And one of them was disbanded or dissolved before the 1800s.
Would be, candidates for this. Some people would say the Illuminati, however far back that goes. The people who, through history, have used their power and the ignorance of the masses in order to gain wealth and, influence, those are the people that do that. The people also...
Right, hang on then. So I get where you're going with this. There's these dark, shadowy figures that are the puppet masters, and we are all just the marionettes that they control. But you've got no proof that that's what happens. And you certainly don't have any proof that those people are hiding the real shape of the earth. You sound like a complete tool.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, right.
The people who oppose...
Let them left. Ding.
And I know you've been going through this, but f*** it, I'm going to say it. The people who oppose God.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, no. Why am I not surprised that Lord Jamar is a religious flat earther? Because a lot of them are. Just because it says something in the Bible that you all misinterpret about there being a firmament and about the earth being an immovable object, it's not real. The Bible's a storybook, not a science book. All right, Percy Penguin. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
This game, you're not ready.
Well, last time we talked about the whole
again?
flat Earth thing, and you still maintain the Earth is flat.
Bootleg ass Nick's head.
Yeah, because he doesn't mind being considered an idiot. And it's nice that you've brought him back onto your show so that he can double down on his stupidity. I'm all for it. Let's rock and roll.
Now,
It's kind of had you by the gas station.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So
Yeah.
I saw some stuff on the internet that I thought was a little bit funny, right? When it comes to your stance, when it comes to this, right? One of the terms that you coined, like for example, is white people are a guest in the house of hip hop. People
Okay. There we go. So he's a racist too. All right, cool.
ask if you're a guest in the house of science.
That's a fair question. So answer it.
If I may be a guest in the house of scientism, because scientism is a religion.
Oh,
Never heard of it. Heard of Scientology. That's a religion. Don't know the scientism you speak of.
oh my word.
You are one pathetic loser.
Because you can't prove anything you say, you have to go on the attack now. So science isn't just pseudoscience now, it's also a religion. But it isn't, is it? At all.
That people practice. See, there's science, there's real science, something that's observable and repeatable.
Oh, you mean like the proving the shape of the earth? You mean like that, Jamar?
You mean observable and repeatable in the same way that the final experiment was? Because you, Lord Jamar, you were free to book a place. Just travel down to Antarctica, but go at the right time of year, obviously. And you will be able to witness yourself with your own 2 eyeballs a 24-hour sun which completely destroys the flat Earth.
Yeah.
And can be done, you know, over and over again and get the same results.
Yeah, we know what repeatable means.
Then there's scientism,
which is something flat earthers have made up.
Where certain things are told to you and you just have to take their word for it.
No, there's...
That's making me goddamn sense. It's called being gullible.
Nothing in science that you just have to take people's word for, because it's all backed up by evidence.
For example, saying that outer space has what did
I hope he's going to say space is fake. That would be the cherry on the cupcake.
They say not just weightlessness, but they say, oh yeah, they talk about the vacuum of space.
Yeah, but yeah, right. Okay, brilliant. In terms of space, the vacuum of space, it just means the absence of stuff. It does not mean that we get sucked up as if space is a giant vacuum cleaner. Two very different uses of the word vacuum.
Right. There's just a vacuum. No, they say the vacuum of and vastness of space. And because of that,
there's no oxygen, there's no air.
So they say, and because of that, light acts differently than it does here on Earth.
Correct.
Heat acts differently as it does here on Earth.
Everything acts differently because it's outside of our atmosphere.
That's scientism.
No, it's not. It's just something flat earthers don't like to acknowledge because they know how ridiculous it makes them look.
That's not something that you and I can test for ourselves.
Well, it's very difficult to go to space, but space tourism is very quickly becoming a thing. What are you going to say then, flat earthers? Or are you all just going to do a Dave Weiss like when Will Duffy invited him on the final experiment and he said no quicker than anybody in history ever has?
That's something that we have to believe what's being told to us.
No, you don't.
And the last time I talked to you, you said, I'm not a scientist.
You don't have to believe anything in terms of science. You have to have confidence in the evidence you're presented with.
I said that. And I said, yes, you are. We're all, listen, we're all scientists. First of all, let me just say, do I seem like a weirdo to you?
Yes. You do.
Like as long
you seem very weird. You're a grown man who believes the earth is flat. If that doesn't make you weird, then I've got no idea what does.
Because you've known me, do I seem like an intelligent person?
No, not even in the slightest. You seem like a bumbling, dribbling window licker.
Yes. Okay. So,
But I disagree with you on certain points.
Hang on a second.
Yes.
Hang on a second. First of all, I got into this trying to disprove it. I thought it was fucking ridiculous.
They all say that. They all say that. And if that is true, if that's how most flat earthers began flat earthing, then they didn't try very hard in the first place. Because it is so easy to prove that the earth isn't flat. Kids can do it. You've just got to go and look at the ship. It doesn't matter. They never listen anyway.
Years ago, you asked me this. You asked me about flat earth on this show. And I was like, that's some bullshit, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, you said that?
I was like, that's ridiculous. I can't believe anybody's even questioning it.
Yeah, and neither can I. Neither can anyone else. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
So when it was brought to me, I was like, I'm going to get into this to just disprove this nonsense and be on my way. But the more you really look into it, instead of just going with the ha-ha shit online and the funny, oh, you're a guest in the House of Science. Once you really start looking into it and you start seeing certain things for yourself and not just taking in what with this Rockefeller school system, Carnegie Mellon.
What the hell are you talking about? So basically then you're saying the exact same thing as other flat earthers, just in a slightly different way. The earth must be flat because it looks flat to me.
Don't believe your lying eyes.
I don't, but your biggest problem is that apart from other flat earth morons, nobody else believes you either. Don't forget to like the smash button and subscribe if you're new. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Love you. Bye.
Well, we're waiting.
Ba 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 ba. Oh, you're still here. Anyway, I'm trying to read more, increase my knowledge and all that good stuff. So I thought I'd buy a thesaurus to help. And it's terrible. Shouldn't have bought it in the pound shop. And not only that, but it's also terrible.
Oh, yeah. All right. But on that note, I'm afraid to do multiple parts of this. But on that note, then we're going to end it here. I want to get something to eat. So, what time is it? Maybe do another stream later. I don't know. I did want to share those videos. So, maybe not. I don't know. If not, maybe see y'all tomorrow. But those were some of the idiots of the... Well, except for Lord Jamar back there, he wasn't exactly talking about the Artemis mission, but I did want to share him because we found that other guy, UNC 608, what the fuck ever his goddamn name was. So I'll do another part to all of this because I got a couple of these videos I want to share these idiots. Specifically on Artemis. But everybody have a good one. We'll see you next time. Whatever that be. Might be later tonight. I don't know. We'll see what I'm gonna do. I want to eat right now. So have a good one.
Cross, get down now!
Subtle.